So you might have seen videos of traders post how to grow £1,000 into £2,000 in 1 week, or how to grow £500 into 10,000 in 1 week. And I'm going to tell you the exact way you should approach this. It's going to be slightly different to the advice you might think you'd hear, but I'm going to explain the exact way you should go about this. And yeah, keep watching because it's going to be very valuable. Also, if you guys do get value from this video, you like what you hear, you like the advice, and you think you can apply it and do well, then please like and subscribe. We're close to 800 subscribers. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. So if we can hit that, that'd be crazy. And the way you guys can help me is just by liking, commenting, obviously subscribing. It would help the channel grow and it help give this advice to more people. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Let's get into the video. So the way I'd approach this straight away is, number one, there's lots of people that promote this and they say £500 into 10,000, obviously is the title of this video. And the way I would approach actually trying to turn £500 into 10,000 in the Forex market is, rather than taking that £500 and trying to trade it, because let's say you trade it, right? In order for you to grow that 500 to get to 10,000, you've got to make thousands of percent return, which means you have to go extremely risky, which means if you're risking a lot, you're going to have to risk a lot on your account per trade to grow that, to get any growth. So the problem with that is when you're risking that much, it's natural if you have a strategy that you're going to have drawdown periods, you're going to have losing streaks. The best strategies in the world, best traders in the world might win 60% of the time, 50% of the time, 70% of the time, whatever that may be. They're never winning 100% of the time, which means they're going to have cycles of losing. And if you're over risking that small account, if you take 2 or 3, 4, 5 losses in a row, which is natural, it can happen, especially if you're winning 60% of the time, you're going to win 6 out of 10 trades, you're going to lose 4 out of the 10, you're going to have a sequence of losses, you could blow the account, which means those people that have videos and proof, maybe it's proof, I don't know, but if they've shown you them actually turning £500 into 10,000, that's pure gambling. It's not the reality of the situation, because if you could do that, why would someone not give you 100,000, you turn it into millions? Like, it's pure luck. You've just luckily had a sequence of wins when you're over risking and you've flipped it. The best way I would approach this, and what I would do personally, and what I know a lot of people are doing, is use the £500 to trade low risk. So maybe risk 1% of your capital. So you risk £5 per trade. Get consistent on that £500 account. Don't look to flip it. Don't look to grow it into thousands or into 10,000. Use that small account to learn the skill, to get consistent, to make consistently 4, 5, 6% per month. Learn the craft, have the ability to trade. And then when you know you're in a position where you understand, you've been through the cycles of wins and losses, you're consistently profitable, you've got the data from your performance, and you know you've been consistently getting month-to-month profit, then look to use maybe either some of that £500 that you've made, or look to go and get a prop firm capital or up your capital if you can afford to, obviously if you can afford to lose it. So what I would recommend is go to a prop firm, use that money, and then go for 100k or a 6-figure prop firm account when you're ready. Obviously, you know when you're ready. I can't tell you when you're ready. Obviously, if you're consistently profitable and you've got good data to back that up, then, you know, if you know what you're doing, then go for it. And use some of that money to go and buy a prop firm challenge and get 100k minimum to go for a 6-figure account. If you pass that and you get that 6-figure account, then it's about using the skills you learned on that £500 account, so the risk management, 1% of the account, and using the skill set to make 10,000 out of that 100,000. Don't try and flip the 500. You might have saw the title of this video and thought I'm literally telling you how to flip 500 into 10,000. I am, but it's a slightly different way. Use the 500 to learn the skill. Don't over risk. Be disciplined on that small account. You might not make loads of money to start with, but then once you've got the skill, however long that may take, it'll be different for everybody, then use some of that money to go and buy a prop firm challenge and look to scale up your account capital for a prop firm, or however you may do it, but obviously prop firms are very popular right now, and go for 6-figure funding, and then you'll make, it's a lot easier then to make £10,000 on that £100,000 account. That's 10% return, so however long that takes. But again, stick with your risk management and use the skills you learned on the small account onto the bigger account, and then the money will come. So like I said, typically people are going to show you trades like literally flipping £500 into 10,000, but it doesn't, that in my opinion promotes gambling, because although it can happen, like, so with a strategy you could have 2, 3, 4 wins in a row, you could have 2, 3, 4 losses in a row. You don't know when your wins and losses are going to occur. It's like if you have a 60% win rate, so out of 10 trades you win 6, you lose 4. The problem with trading and the difficulty is you don't know when those wins and losses are going to occur. You could have 3 losses in a row, then you could have another win, then you could have a loss, then you could have 4 wins, and you could have another loss, and you could have 2 wins, then 3 losses, and 6 wins. You don't know the sequence of whether it's a win or a loss. You know a good trade, you know whether you should execute the trade, but you don't know when the wins and losses are going to occur. So when you're trying to flip these accounts, which a lot of people promote, which I disagree on, is you don't know when. If I place a trade now, it could be a good trade, but it could lose. And if I'm over risking on the account, you're going to blow the account, because the only way to turn 500 into 10,000 is to have high risk. So you can only afford to lose 2 in a row, and you probably blow the account. If you risk 50% on a trade, you know, and it's a 1-to-1, you make £250. It's 50% return on the £500 account. But if you have 2 losses, you've blown the account. So like I say, the best thing to do, use the small account use the £500 to understand what you're doing, learn the strategy, improve, learn your losses on the small amount of money rather than over risking and blowing the account. Make sure you can trade a small percent, like, so I'd advise 1%, 1 to 2% of the account, so £5 to £10. Learn what you need to do, make the errors on that small account, and then when you're ready and you're in a position where you understand what you're doing, buy a prop firm or scale up your capital so that you can risk the same 1 to 2% on a larger amount of money, which obviously means you'll make more of a return, more money monetary wise. Same return, but because it's a larger amount of money, you're making more money. And do that, because otherwise you may as well just go to the casino and gamble. Like, end of the day, it's a risk it's a risk anyway, and when you're using a lot of leverage and you're risking a large proportion of your account size on each trade, it's a recipe for disaster. So like I said, on reflection, use the small account to learn, use the £500 to learn the strategy, learn how to trade, learn your mistakes, learn from your wins. And then when you've got consistent, 3-4 months or even 6 months, but when you know you're ready and you're consistently making money, it might not be much, but consistently making a good return, 3% that month, 4% that month, 8% that month, 5% that month, and you've got good results, then look to go for a prop firm and scale up that way. So if you guys like the advice and you got value from this video, please do, like I say, like and subscribe. I'd appreciate that. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, so we are very close. With your help, it would mean a lot. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.